Hello everyone, I hope you're doing absolutely wonderfully well today. So we've had an idea in that this is 2020 and we've got 4 actual real life public air shows booked where we, the Grim Reapers, go as a group and we invite you guys to come and mingle with us and make friends with us. However, coronavirus has affected everyone and everything, and there's a good chance a lot of these events are going to get cancelled later in the year, unfortunately. The first one's supposed to be May. I'll be amazed if it actually goes ahead. So if we can't have real public air shows, we're going to have to do a virtual air show. You guys have been calling for a virtual air show anyway. The last one we did was 2018. And you guys have said, you know, the Grim Reapers air shows are good, but us Grim Reapers just aren't particularly skilled enough and we can't do particularly good air shows. So I thought, bit rude, but fair enough. So what we're going to do is put it back in your court. We're going to ask you to do the air show for us. So we're doing a public DCS World Community Air Show. The way this is going to work is you guys are going to record your air show, and rather than getting everyone together at one time to do this as like a single event, because it's just impossible, everyone's busy, they're doing different things, they've got different time zones. I've just given up trying to do that. It's one of the difficult things about trying to plan an air show is getting everyone on a certain day, on time, ready with their display. That's why the 2019 one was cancelled. So this time you guys and the Grim Reapers are going to record your displays privately. You're going to send them to me. Then I'm going to refilm them and stitch them together into a big video. We may also make this a competition. If we ask Uncle Nick very carefully, maybe we can get some modules or something as prizes. Tell me whether you think we should turn this into a competition. I haven't fully decided at the moment, but let me know your thoughts. What we've got here is a mission file in DCS that you can all have. I will attach it to the video description. Please go and download it. You'll be starting from runway 22. You'll be taking off. You'll be using the rough flight line as we've shown here, staying as close to the airfield as you can. If needs be, you can change that. You can go around the back of the crowd. You can go over the crowd. There are no restrictions like there are in real life, but try and keep it as uniform as you can. When you're finished, you're going to land on 2-2 again, or if it's a vertical landing, land wherever you want, but make it in front of the flight line, please. That's where the camera is going to be, right in the middle of the flight line, up against the runway. Note that your flight line is actually over the runway. Now, you can't do this in a real air show because it's against safety regulations. We don't have any safety regulations because DCS isn't real. Your flight line will be directly over the runway. Do not offset it like a real air show because it will look crap. It will be too far away from the camera. The crowd line is shown there, just 100 feet or so off the side of the runway. And we've got a live fire line that's going to be there, and we'll explain that in a bit. So what you guys will do is download that mission file, load it up. You'll edit it if you need to. So what I've put in is a selection of various aircraft. So there'll probably be the aircraft that you want there. If you want to add a different aircraft in, then use the mission editor, go and add a different aircraft. If you want to add a whole team, if you want to get your mates together and do a Red Arrows display, or can't do that now, but a Thunderbirds display or something, then you'll have to go and edit the mission here. Otherwise, please don't edit the mission. Now, this needs to be planned. This is not something you can just whisk off in 5 minutes. You've got to sit, plan, and practice your display, and you've got to know it perfectly, and you've got to know it because you've got to tell me it. And I won't accept any of your entries unless they are properly planned and shown with this. I've just shown a universal text file here that you need to fill out and return with your display. So you'll need to fill out your display name. You'll need to time and fill out the display length in minutes to the nearest minute. You can have as many pilots as you like, multiplayer or single player. Most of you, it's just going to be pilot 1. Your name is optional, your call sign I need, your age is optional, and I need your country. Next, I need a full display schedule down to the second. So here's an example. At 000, you'll take off from runway 22 or whatever you're going to do. Then at 23 seconds, you're going to be doing unrestricted climb. At 47, 6 seconds, you're going to do a hammerhead stall, and so on, listed all the way down till the end of your display. And that needs to be fully completed and accurate, please. Now we're going to talk about the rules and how we're going to do this. So as said, you're going to use the mission file as provided by me. Again, only edit the mission to add required aircraft or ground vehicles that you're going to use. 2. Display can be single player or multiplayer teams, as we discussed. 3. Ensure that once you've done your single player or multiplayer display, you save the track file. You should all know how to do that by now. It's pretty easy to do. And you're going to send that track file to me along with this completed text file. With the text file and the track file, I'll be then able to go and open up your display and re-record it. I don't want videos from you guys because it'll all be mixed quality and whatnot. I want your track file so I can record it so everything has uniform quality. Also, if you want your own pre-recorded vocals over your display, which I recommend because I probably won't talk over your display and you probably will want someone talking, and you can make it as professional as you want, then pre-record your vocals, time them perfectly so everything's timed to your schedule here, and send me a single MP3 or compressed vocal file and send it in your pack and your zip file that you're going to send it all to me for your entry. I'll worry about the sound levels and stuff like that. As said, everyone keep as uniform as possible. Runway 22 for landing and takeoff. Now note that you can do Harriers if you want. You can do helicopters if you want. In that case, try and still take off and land from the same place if possible, just to keep everything uniform. There are no altitude or speed restrictions, so you can boom along at Mach 2 and 20 feet off the flight line if you want, but please keep everything on the flight line. Don't display out here. Don't display out here. It must be along the flight line. Otherwise, you simply won't be on camera properly and I won't be able to use your entry. Next, weapons demonstrations are allowed. Now, don't take the piss. Don't just go around gunning the crowd. Do it seriously, as if it were, for instance, a display for selling these aircraft to, potential buyers. If you are going to do fire display, then use the live fire line only. So that's that rough red line there is where I want you to put your vehicles that you're going to attack, or your buildings or whatever. Don't put them anywhere else. Also, if you're going to do anti-ship, put your ships as close as the coast as possible. Otherwise, they'll be out of camera shot. You can even do dogfight demonstrations if you want. If you're going to do it, make it professional. And you can do a dogfight, and one of the planes can even get shot down if you want. That's one of the cool things about it not being real. 8, very important, max display time. I cannot entertain long displays. I know everyone wants to go and do a 20-minute display, but we simply won't have time for it. Absolute maximum time of single player is 10 minutes. And please keep your track file as close to that as possible, with the less fanning around as possible at the beginning and the end. If it's a multiplayer team, please maximum 40 minutes. You'll have to tailor that to suit the 40 minutes. 9, recommendation. Do not stray more than 1 mile from the runway as best you can, because again, I don't have a particularly good camera and it will look really tacky if you go far from the runway. So keep everything as tight in as you can. You see this circle around here? Use that as a good example. So you've got to keep everything tight turned to keep inside, ideally. If you do really stupid ones, I probably won't use it, but if you keep them sensible and professional looking and you've got all your documentation in order, and especially if you've got an audio file, then I will feature them in the main display. The main display, depending on how many entries we can get, will either be several hours long or maybe I'll split them into several videos. It's up to you guys. I said at the beginning, we may turn this into a competition, so work as hard as you can to do the best display that you can. You will get all credit with your various names here. And if we do turn it into a competition, then the winner will be voted probably by either you, the public, or us as a full GR team. And then we will offer you the rewards that we decide, but we haven't at this time decided on the rewards. You've got 3 weeks, we've got about a month actually. Why don't we say 16th of April to get your entries in? We'll not accept any entries after that. Your entry should be a zip file with your track file, your schedule file here, and your audio file if you want it. Probably won't allow user skins because it's just going to get such a pain in the ass having to install 150 user skins. So only send a user skin if you really, really have to have it on in your zip file. Otherwise, please just don't. Just use the standard DCS skins. To send your zip files to me, please use either Discord is a good way of sending files. It's really, really easy, and you've all got the link to do that. Or you can hit me up on Facebook. I'm going to be there. Or if you go to our website, and all of these links are down in this video description, you can go there, go contact, and you'll go straight through to my email. There's all ways of sending the zip. The zip file shouldn't be more than a couple of megabytes. That's it. Go and get practicing your team or single displays. I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to your entries soon.